room in your boom than I do. So.
You have more room in your boom? That sounds a little...
I don't know.
There's got to be something about leverage in there. I got that good leverage. I got room in my boom.
Doom, boom, boom, boom.
Oh, what else do you
in
have?
My boom. I want you double boom. And boom them right together.
Boop, there it is.
Stop in the name of boom.
Okay. You sound like my grandmother now.
Oh, how's that?
She'd get like one pop song in her craw every 5 years, and she'd remember that for about a year, and then she'd be really popular. She'd be really cool with all the grandkids, because everybody say hey yo, and she'd really make a blitz. And then after about a year, she'd sort of forget some bits of it, and the lyrics that she knew so well will slip into her vague awareness of other songs. And then
she lost her cool again.
And just became bewildering. But those were her favorite. Like, that's her favorite situation to be in. And then she'd become cool again.
Fair. No, I mean, as someone I follow on Blue Sky calls it DJ Earworm, picks a different song every day. It's not quite as bad for me as for him, but it's it does happen. It's like, yep, this is the song that is going to be stuck in my head today.
Oh,
and I'm quite good at improvising lyrics to existing melodies.
Yes, you are. Yeah, this has come up a few times in the show. A lot better than I am.
It helps. It works. I don't know. It's just how my brain works.
I like your brain.
It has advantages. I like having my brain. Well, I like having a brain. I'm not sure how I would do with another one.
How's the pad coming along?
Working on it.
Yeah, okay, we're still on the sort of natural banter, but like maintaining natural banter while also
also trying to like push buttons and make things happen. Yes, hello and welcome
to the joy of Trek, another story reading with your friends. I'm Kaki.
I'm Kay.
And our chief engineer, Greg, has selected for us another story. Now, I wonder if this one pairs with the previous episode that you just heard, because we have no idea
which one that was. Yes.
The time vortex, let me tell you, it's a complicated little thing. Sometimes one of us has maybe an illness that seems to skip weeks and then span other months.
And sometimes we go on vacation.
And the vacation may have occurred in the past and the future simultaneously.
Very true.
So this being one of those cases, vacation time spread across the five-dimensional tesseract of the joy of Trek has resulted in us now being here together to read a story.
It's a very good segue into the story because it's called In Any Reality.
Yeah! Hey!
Very well done.
Oh, I wonder if that's about, yes, it's about Julian Bashir and Elim Garak.
Written by Romana III.
Oh.
At least that's how I think I pronounce that word.
I think that's a Doctor Who thing.
Oh, is it?
I think Romana is like a time lady or something.
Oh, okay. I mean, yes, my Doctor Who lore is not particularly strong. I have seen most of the
lot.
Right. You know, I've seen a lot of the new era, really, up until what's his face? The 11th one, the guy from The Office. No, not The Office. The other one.
What? Matt Smith?
No, the other after Matt Smith, the guy, the shouty one.
Oh, yes, Capaldi.
That's the one, yes.
Peter Capaldi, or Pitty Paldi, as he's known in our household for some reason.
Wow.
We've got Bendy Toots and Pitty Paldi. It's
fair. I'm not upset. So, yes, we have no archive warning supply, teen and up mail, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and Lower Decks. Oh, it's a crossover. That's nice.
That's what I thought. See,
yes.
In any reality, Elim and Julian, this is related to Fisher Quest.
Yes, we watched that episode fairly recently because it's towards the end of season 4.
Season 5. It's the penultimate episode of the series.
Oh, right.
So
we watched it for the show, of course, not because it's running a little bit together for me because I'm also just like chronologically watching Lower Decks right now with my other half.
Yeah,
so it kind of runs together in which context I watched which episode.
And that's very appropriate. So you've sort of got that confusing, bordering on ennui that William Boimler had in Fisher Quest. Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
I would say it's not bordering. I wouldn't say it's not bordering on ennui. I think it was full on. Yes.
Poor Boimzo. Summary. Across the multiverse, Garak and Bashir fall for each other again and again and again. Oh.
Yes. And then there's a quote, which I'm not sure if it is part of the story or not is I'd follow you to any reality. Oh, yes, of course. That's EMH Garak Bashir to Dr. Elim Garak. That's from the show, from the episode.
Yes, because it was Julian who was the EMH.
Right.
And not Garak.
And it was Garak who was just basically needling him just for funsies.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you like being so difficult about this when it upsets me so much? Because it's fun.
No, it's not. All right, let's see how Romana the Third does this episode.
From one universe to the next, there were so many ways that it happened.
The ambassadorial staff on Romulus all socialized together, species and political associations be damned. Their meetings were riven with espionage and mistrust, but then that was daily life on Romulus. Who else could understand but other aliens? They all drank wine together, bugged each other's shoes, and shared homesick thoughts about life somewhere, anywhere but Romulus.
Ambassador Bashir was hardly surprised to find the Cardassian embassy's head gardener in his bedroom one night as the reception was winding down. What surprised him, really, was that the man had let himself get caught, and, in the strange spirit of honesty that came from being two aliens on a planet like Romulus, united in being very far from home, he said so.
"My dear Ambassador Bashir," the man said, "I merely mistook which room this was."
"You intended to plant your listening device in my office, is that right?"
Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
Realizing he didn't know the man's name.
"Garak," Garak supplied. "Listening devices? How suspicious of you."
"There's one in the fringes of the lampshade, and another fixed under the mantelpiece," Bashir said, "as well as others that I haven't spotted."
"Very observant, my dear Ambassador," Garak said. There was half a smile on his face.
"Very forward of you, my dear Garak," Bashir said, echoing his tone. "I might have thought you would contrive an excuse to be in my bedroom first."
"Perhaps you could supply one," Garak murmured, and Bashir could not help but comply. Oh!
Some universes were kinder than others.
Elim Tain had always wanted to be a doctor. Oh, yes, because he's the sort of illegitimate son of Anabran Tain, who's the head of the Obsidian Order, but sort of unacknowledged.
Oh.
Yeah. So, in this universe, apparently he's been acknowledged because he has Tain's surname. Elim Tain had always wanted to be a doctor. His father was a strange, cruel, controlling old man, but to be a healer was valued on Cardassia, and he had allowed his son to leave to study on Earth.
He could hardly do otherwise, however much he have liked to. Elim thought sometimes that he would have been happier in the Cardassia of centuries past, where a paterfamilias could rule with iron fist. But the Cardassia that Jonathan Archer had brought into the Federation had tamed its share of men like that long before Elim was born.
What a sentence! That's awesome! Away from his father's shadow, Elim thrived. The hospital where he worked attracted many of the Federation's brightest graduates.
"Jules Bashir," one said, shaking his hand. "An honor to meet you, Dr. Tain. A real honor. I've read your paper on Bajoran measles, and I found it so insightful."
"Call me Elim," Elim said. "Please, we don't stand on ceremony here. I hear you're quite the rising star, Jules, if I may."
He thought the young man might melt at the suggestion that they could be on first-name terms.
"Oh,
people do keep telling me that," Jules said. "It's funny. I was very slow as a child. My parents weren't terribly, but it turns out I was just a late bloomer.
Oh.
And now, well, yes, I do seem to be doing rather well. I mean, to have got the placement here, for one thing, and the chance to work with you."
Oh, Jules was blushing furiously, and Elim had the sudden realization that there might be something other than hero worship at play, and that was not an unwelcome possibility.
"Perhaps," he said, "we might take the opportunity while you're here to get to know one another better."
Oh, that's adorable. I really like this setup as well, because this is also a universe probably where Julian was not genetically enhanced by his...
I think the implication of that was that he was. Like he was a slow starter, and then a slow as a kid, and then a late bloomer.
Oh. Huh. Okay. Maybe, yeah. Okay, boo. All right, next one. But some universes were cruel.
Red Last was a miserable rock of a planet, freezing at night and boiling during the day, where the local flora and fauna were vicious or venomous, or both, and where tectonic activity made any permanent settlement impossible. No one in their right mind would want to live here, and so it became a haven for criminals and runaways from across the galaxy.
Earth was not kind to augments. Julian Bashir had fled with a stolen shuttle, the clothes on his back, and a death sentence on his legal record. Nowhere but Red Last would take him, but then a community of outcasts on a planet that seemed determined to kill them was desperate for any doctor who might settle there, revoked qualifications or not.
At least Earth would have killed Bashir cleanly. That was not true of how the Obsidian Order treated its traitors.
Ugh.
Elam Garak would not say what had been done to him in their cells before he made a rare, miraculous escape. Bashir only knew that the ramshackle life they lived on Red Last, in tents and other temporary structures, was in some ways welcome to a man who could barely tolerate being under a solid roof.
There were always more injured people than Bashir had time to treat. Garak did everything else, grew food in the bitter soil, negotiated the politics of the lawless wasteland, and made their marginal existence resembling something like a home.
"Do you think we would have ever met if it wasn't in a place like this?" Bashir asked one night. His body was pressed against Garak, but his eyes were on the straining canvas of their tent, wondering if it would survive the storm.
Garak drew his lover's face toward him. "Why worry, my dear? This is the reality in which we find ourselves, and I assure you, I will not be going anywhere." Oh.
Across the multiverse they met. They flirted, they kissed, they made love.
Can we just briefly stop at the straining tent imagery and just acknowledge it was not the moment to sort of interject, but I'd want to circle around. I'm still who I am. Because, yes, I also wonder if the straining tent would survive the storm. Got that out of my system. Captain Bashir flirted with his tailor on one of the outer planets of the Cardassian Empire. Agent Bashir rescued EG-529, a Cardassian dissident, from a Bajoran jail cell. Elam Garak, a statesman on newly liberated Cardassia, welcomed a delegation from the Starfleet Medical Corps. Two anonymous men corresponded in the pages of an underground Cardassian literary magazine, finally daring to meet after 10 years of verbal sparring. A fissure spat out a mobile emitter, and Dr. Garak picked it up.
Bashir touched Garak's shoulder, one slender finger just brushing the sensitive ridges. Elam reached and kissed Jules' hand. Garak rolled over in bed and watched Julian sleeping, naked in the heat. Julian coached Elam through the unfamiliar sounds of the Arabic vows.
Oh, the spy, the doctor, the tailor, the augment, the hologram, the doctor, the gardener, the ambassador, the assassin, the criminal, the captain, the poet.
In every reality, they fell in love.
Oh, oh, well done, Romana III. This was really, really good. Oh, a balm to my soul. Thank you so much.
So, yes, thank you for joining us for this story. And we will be returning next week with a regular episode.
Yeah, more Star Trek.
Which the chief will probably inform you about what it's going to be. And we hope to join you then. And we only have one more thing to do.
I'm leaving Starfleet.
Energize!
We hope you enjoyed this week's episode with your friends Kay and Kaki. Production and editing by our Chief Engineer Greg, and music by Fox Amor. Join us next week for Cogenitor Enterprise 222. Visit drivetrack.com/links to send us recommendations, support us on Patreon, or to find us on Blue Sky. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you for listening to The Joy of Trek, and we'll see you out there.